In Mark chapter 5, we meet a woman who has lost all hope. She has been suffering with a medical disorder in which she has been constantly bleeding for 12 years. So here's this woman who, out of her desperation, has tried everything, and now she has nothing left. She needs a miracle, and in walks Jesus. The Bible says that there was a crowd of people surrounding Jesus, but this woman pushes through. She must have been in great pain, and it's no stretch to assume that she would have been experiencing immense social judgment, even just for being there. And yet, she has to get to Jesus, for she has heard that he has the power to heal. She finally reaches him and touches his garments, and instantly she is healed. Imagine that moment when pain that you can't even imagine living without is suddenly gone. Jesus, the Bible says, realizing that power had gone out from him, turns around to address the woman. He does not turn to her directly, but asks the crowd, "Who touched me?" At this point, the woman is afraid. She begins trembling and feeling like perhaps she has overstepped her bounds. After all, she did not ask him if he could heal her. She falls to his feet and tells him what has just taken place. I can just imagine her weeping, terrified that she has just made the biggest mistake of her life. And yet, Jesus, sweet Jesus, pierces through her fear with his grace. He tells her that her faith, her trust in him has made her well. He nails that fear by showing her that she is welcome at his table of blessings. She need not fight or steal or prove anything anymore. A few verses later, we see a man whose daughter has just died. He had asked Jesus for help, but now it was too late. The servants petitioned him to stop bothering Jesus. It was over, pointless. Again, this idea of fear versus faith comes into the light. And again, Jesus addresses that fear. Don't be afraid, just believe, he says. He raises the girl from the dead, but he hasn't just healed a physical affliction here. He has reached into the very hearts of a few people and healed the crippling fear that keeps so many of us from him. And we have fears, don't we? Fear of Jesus, fear of intruding on him, of stealing more from him than we are welcome. We fear his unwillingness. We fear that we are not welcome, and we'd rather accept that than try and find out otherwise. And yet, he is willing. We need only trust him, to trust his lavishly generous character, that he is offering grace and love and truth and righteousness to us. There is no better place for you to be with your fear than on your knees before Jesus, where everything is wide open all around you, with nothing to hide behind and nothing to offer, to have him looking straight into your soul. Because that's what we're afraid of, isn't it? Either that we will put ourselves out there for him and be brushed off as inconsequential, or that he will look, and all too willingly, and that we will bear the shame of who we know we are deep down. But when we do find ourselves in that abandoned moment with Jesus, when we are exposed and all of our shields are far out of reach, we will find something truly spectacular. That he is willing, that he is good, and that in his beautiful presence all judgment is lifted. In that moment, we find that his perfect love casts out fear, and we become truly free to experience the incredible, intimate love relationship, void of secrets and empty of pretending, that he has been waiting patiently for all along.